Our today's topic is natural vegetation and wildlife. Natural vegetation and wildlife exist only in narrow zone. You know the narrow zone, that is biosphere. Natural vegetation and wildlife exist only in narrow zone, that is biosphere. So what's biosphere? It is a narrow zone where land, air, and water come in contact with each other. Natural vegetation and wildlife exist only in narrow zone. Now, which is the narrow zone? Narrow zone is biosphere. So what's biosphere? It is a narrow zone where land, water, and air come in contact with each other. In biosphere, living beings are interrelated and interdependent on each other for survival. In biosphere, living beings are interrelated or interdependent on each other for survival. This life supporting system is called ecosystem. So this life supporting system is called ecosystem. Natural vegetation and wildlife exist only in narrow zone, that is biosphere. It is a zone where narrow zone where land, water, and air come in contact with each other. In biosphere, living things interrelated or interdependent on each other for their survival. And this life supporting system is called ecosystem. Life supporting system is called ecosystem. Now, vegetation and wildlife are valuable resources. Both are vegetation and wildlife, both are valuable resources. For example, we will do first of all uses of plants. Uses of plants. For this, you can write yourself. Plants provide us various things such as आप कह सकते हो gum, herb, cane, fruits, nuts, etc. And provide us, plants provide us timber wood. Listen again, plants provide us various useful things like gum, cane, herb, nuts, fruits, etc. You can also write plants provide us timber wood. Plants provide us oxygen to breathe, and plants protect the soil from erosion. Plants protect the soil from erosion, and plants provide shelter to wild animals, birds. Plants provide shelter to animals and birds. So this you can write in uses of plants. You can add some more points. You can add some more points according to your choice. So next, wildlife include uses of both are useful resources, plants, vegetation, and wildlife. Both are useful resources. First of all, we have done uses of plants. You can write it in your own way. आप अपने वे से कर सकते हो uses of plants, ठीक है? And next is wildlife. तो wildlife जो है ना, that is wildlife includes birds, animals, insects, and aquatic animals also. Wildlife includes insects, birds, animals, aquatic animals also. अब wildlife कैसे useful है? For example, you can write आप कह सकते हो जैसे कि goat and cow provide milk, meat, hides, etc. We get wool from sheep. We get wool from sheep. And honeybee as an insect provide us honey. Honeybee insect and it provides us honey. फिर आप कह सकते हो और भी इसके यूजेस बता सकते हो, birds that feed on insects act as decomposers. Birds that feed on dead insects are known as, उन्हें क्या कहेंगे, act as decomposers. Act as decomposers. और यहाँ पे एग्जांपल मैं बताऊंगी, vulture feed on dead animals. Vulture feed on dead animals and is a scavenger and cleanser and considered cleanser to the environment. Cleanser of environment. Listen again. Wildlife also useful to us. For example, आप uses बता सकते हो कि provide us meat, they provide us milk and meat. कह सकते हो we get wool from sheep. ठीक है. फिर आप honey bee का बता सकते हो as an insect, it provide us honey. And some insects, आप कह सकते हो some birds feed on insects and they act as decomposers. Vulture feed on dead animals. Vulture feed on dead animals, is a scavenger and considered cleanser of environment. Vulture is considered cleanser of environment. So these are the uses of plants and animals. Both are useful resources. दोनों ही यूजफुल रिसोर्सेज हैं, so there is need to conserve these resources. Distribution of natural vegetation. Now this vegetation is distributed. Growth of vegetation. First of all, the growth of vegetation depends on temperature and moisture. Distribution of vegetation. Growth of vegetation depends upon moisture. Growth of vegetation depends upon moisture and temperature. Topic is distribution of vegetation. And it depends upon temperature and moisture. Temperature and moisture. Temperature and moisture. Growth of vegetation depends upon temperature and moisture. So both are useful such as wildlife and vegetation. Both are useful to us. Firstly, we have done uses of plants and then we have done uses of wildlife, and next is how this vegetation is distributed. The growth of plants depends upon, vegetation depends upon temperature and moisture. In areas with heavy rainfall, huge trees grow. The areas which get heavy rainfall, tall and huge trees grow. As the amount of moisture decreases, the size of trees and their density also reduces. The area which gets heavy rainfall, they have tall and huge trees. But as the moisture decreases, that density and आप कह सकते हो density of trees also reduced and size also reduced. वहाँ पे size and density दोनों ही reduce हो जाते हैं. And short trees and grasses are grown in moderate rainfall. Short trees and grasses are grown in the areas which have moderate rainfall. Heavy rainfall में कैसे trees होते हैं? Tall trees and huge trees. And the areas which get moderate rainfall, वहाँ पे short trees and grasses होते हैं. Next is thorny plants are grown in the areas which get little rainfall. For example, desert areas. अभी मैंने बोला growth of vegetation depends upon temperature and moisture. For example, अब मैं बताऊँ areas which get heavy rainfall. आप चलो उधर ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स की तरफ, असम वाली साइड, मेघालय वाली साइड, उधर अगर हम जाते हैं तो those areas have tall trees. ठीक है, जैसे आप पढ़ के आए हो एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट, tall trees. Those areas have tall trees, huge and tall trees. But areas which get moderate rainfall, density of vegetation is reduced and size of trees is also reduced. So short trees and grasses are grown in the areas which have moderate rainfall, and the areas which get little rainfall, for example, desert areas, thorny plants are grown there, and vegetation is less in the areas having less rainfall, little rainfall. वहाँ पे vegetation भी बहुत कम ना, only thorny plants are grown in those areas. And plants which have deep roots and leaves with thorny and waxy surface reduce the loss of moisture through transpiration. In desert areas जो plants grow होते हैं ना, these plants have deep roots. Desert areas के plants की roots कैसी होती हैं? Deep roots and leaves, deep roots and leaves with thorny and waxy surface. Desert areas get little rainfall and their plants have deep roots and leaves with waxy surface. Reduce the loss of moisture through transpiration. Tundra vegetation of cold polar region comprises mosses and lichens. Tundra vegetation में क्या आता है? Mosses and lichens. Mosses and lichens thorny plants होते हैं. Thorny plants, mosses and lichens. Tundra vegetation, tundra region में very cold climate है उधर, तो mosses and lichens are grown there. Only mosses and lichens are grown there. So area which gets heavy rainfall, tall trees, few trees. Moderate rainfall, small trees, and vegetation is, आप कह सकते हो density जो है वो reduce हो जाती है. Areas with little rainfall, for example desert areas, vegetation is less and thorny plants are grown there. And in such areas, desert areas में जो plants होते हैं, they have deep roots and leaves and waxy surface. And waxy surface to reduce the waxy surface to reduce the loss of moisture through transpiration. That help to reduce the loss of moisture through transpiration. And in polar areas, कैसे plants पाए जाते हैं? Mosses and lichens. In polar regions, mosses and lichens are grown. So, as the population of the world is increasing day by day, population of our countries also, our country तो number 2 पे है, no doubt number 1 पे भी आ सकती है. First populated country China, second is India. So as the population is growing day by day, demands of people are also increasing day by day. And to fulfill those demands, for example, more areas now are brought under cultivation to feed a huge population. जो पहले फॉरेस्ट एरियाज थे वो क्लियर हो चुके हैं. फॉरेस्ट आर डिप्लीटेड. Forests are depleted to fulfill the needs of the growing population as more and more land has been brought under cultivation. So land under cultivation आ चुकी है. Forest areas are depleting day by day. Forest जो है आप कह सकते हो कि they are depleting. There is an urgent need to conserve this valuable resource. As forests are depleting, so there is need to conserve these forests. क्यों forest deplete हो रहे हैं? Because the population is growing and demands of people are also increasing, and they started clearing forests. For example, to build houses or to build industries and to feed a huge population, more land has been brought under cultivation. So this is not a good sign, as there is depletion of forest पहले हम पढ़ चुके हैं वेजिटेशन दैट इज एन वैल्यूएबल रिसोर्स. So there is need to conserve this natural resource. इस रिसोर्स को भी कंजर्व किया गया. गवर्नमेंट हैज टेकन so many steps. So now we are going to read about the steps taken by government to conserve wildlife and natural vegetation. अब क्या क्या किया गवर्नमेंट ने? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए? डिफॉरेस्टेशन. पहले तो क्यों हो रहा है ये सब कुछ? मेन रीजन बिहाइंड दिस इज डिफॉरेस्टेशन, soil erosion, constructional activities, and forest fires, tsunami, landslides are some of the human and natural factors that lead to the extinction of these resources. So what are the reason that these resources are depleting? क्यों ये deplete होते जा रहे हैं? हमारी constructional activities, land under cultivation और लैंडस्लाइड्स नेचुरल भी है, ह्यूमन, दोनों फैक्टर्स रिस्पॉन्सिबल है. ह्यूमन एंड नेचुरल दोनों ही रिस्पॉन्सिबल है इसमें. तो ह्यूमन बींग्स क्या करी जा रहे हैं? ट्रीज को काटे जा रहे हैं, डिफॉरेस्टेशन. एंड नेक्स्ट और लैंड अंडर कल्टीवेशन, टू ब्रिंग मोर एंड मोर लैंड अंडर कल्टीवेशन. एंड सुनामी, ये तो अब कहेंगे कि हम नेचुरल, हम कह सकते हैं फैक्टर्स. लैंडस्लाइड्स, both natural and human factors both are responsible. Due to this, these resources are depleting. ये resources कम होते जा रहे हैं. तो one of the major reason is poaching. अब wildlife पे, wildlife का अगर हम कहें तो reason is poaching. And animals are poached for collection and illegal trade of hides, skins, nails, teeth, bones, as well as feathers. आपको आजकल देखना स्पैरो नहीं दिखेगा. स्पैरो नहीं है. रीजन feathers. आप जैसे आप मार्केट गए तो आपने वहाँ पे आर्टिफिशियल प्लांट्स आप लेते हो तो वो डेकोरेट करके आपको देते हैं प्रॉपर के साथ. तो उसके ऊपर आप नोट करना feathers लगे होते हैं. वो feathers किसके होते हैं? स्पैरो. स्पैरो नहीं है. आप बहुत ज्यादा स्पैरो जो है वो हम लोग ये एक्सटेंट हो चुकी है स्पैरोस. तो कितने लोग जो है दे आर इन्वॉल्वड इन पोचिंग, बिजनेस कर रहे हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल हम कहेंगे कि आइवरी, जैसे हाथी दांत है, उसके आपको के हाथी दांत कितना आपको पता ना कितनी उसका एक्सपेंसिव है वो सब कुछ. तो इस वजह से लोग जो है इन चीजों के व्यापार कर रहे हैं. हाइड्स, नेल्स, बोन्स ऑफ एनिमल्स, ये सब आप हिली एरियाज में जाते हो अभी तो ये सब कुछ बैन है. तो ये सब दिखते थे सब पहले. नेल्स, बोन्स, इनकी स्किन, फर वाले कोट होते थे कई बार. तो अभी तो वो जो होते हैं वो प्रॉपर बोन होते. बेल्ट्स, लेदर की जो बेल्ट्स होती है ना, तो फर वाले कोट वो प्रॉपर उन्हीं की फर होती थी एनिमल्स की. तो ये बिजनेस में इन्वॉल्व है लोग, ऐसे बिजनेस में. पोचिंग, एनिमल्स आर पोच्ड. क्यों पोच किए जाते हैं? फॉर कलेक्शन एंड इलीगल ट्रेड. इलीगल मैंने बोला इसको. नो दिस ट्रेड इज, पोचिंग इज डिक्लेयर्ड इलीगल बाय द गवर्नमेंट. अब ये लोग नहीं कर सकते. अब ये नहीं बिकता कुछ भी मार्केट में. बोन्स, नेल्स, आइवरी, ये सब बैन हो चुका. अब नहीं इस ट्रेड को कोई भी नहीं कर सकता. फेदर्स, सम ऑफ द एनिमल्स are tiger, lion, elephant, deer, black buck, crocodile, rhino, snow leopards, ostrich, peacock, and these can be conserved by increasing awareness. ये animals extinct होते जा रहे हैं. They can be conserved only by creating an awareness. अब गवर्नमेंट ने क्या क्या किया? National parks and wildlife sanctuaries have been set up by the government to protect the natural vegetation and wildlife. Biosphere reserves उन्होंने set up किए. Government has set up various national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, bioreserves to protect the vegetation and wildlife. Government has set up various national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, and bioreserves to protect wildlife and natural vegetation. अब अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम्स भी लॉन्च किए गवर्नमेंट ने. अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम्स लाइक सोशल फॉरेस्ट्री, वन महोत्सव शुड बी इनकरेज्ड. अगर हमें इनको प्रोटेक्ट करना है, हाउ टू कंजर्व दिस वाइल्डलाइफ एंड नेचुरल वेजिटेशन, तो वन महोत्सव जैसे प्रोग्राम्स को इनकरेज करना चाहिए. We should encourage the programs such as One Mahotsav. School children should be encouraged to visit nature camps so that they appreciate the habitat of varied species. Many countries have passed laws against the trade as well as killing of birds and animals. In India, killing lions, tigers, deer, great Indian bustards and peacocks is illegal. Hunting is banned in India. Poaching is banned in India. It's declared illegal. And people who still involved in these kinds of trade are punished by the government, because government has taken lots of steps to protect wildlife and vegetation. उसके लिए गवर्नमेंट ने अगर नेशनल पार्क्स, बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व्स, वाइल्डलाइफ सेंचुरीज सेटअप किए हैं. एंड गवर्नमेंट ने कितने प्रोग्राम्स को भी प्रमोट किया, सच एज which programs? One Mahotsav. We should also encourage these types of programs. हमें भी ऐसे programs को encourage करना चाहिए. We should grow more and more trees. ठीक है, we should grow more and more trees. अभी आप ही के स्कूल ने एक वो एक्टिविटी करवाई है इको क्लब की तरफ से, प्लांट्स ग्रो करवाए हैं. तो ये बच्चों को सिखाया जाता है स्कूल में. आप ही के स्कूल में अभी पिछले वीक की एक्टिविटी हुई है कि बच्चों ने प्लांट्स लगाए हैं. पता है ना कि यहाँ पे ट्रीज लगे हैं. तो दिस इज डन ओनली. क्यों ऐसे किया जाता है? यही चीजें अवेयरनेस लाने के लिए बच्चों में कि ग्रो मोर एंड मोर ट्रीज. जब आप बड़े हो जाओ तो आपको उनकी वैल्यूज. अभी कोरोना पीरियड में कितनी ऑक्सीजन की प्रॉब्लम आई है. रीजन यही तो था बिहाइंड दैट कि ऑक्सीजन, अगर इतने ट्रीज होते तो प्रॉब्लम आपकी नो. तो जो चीज हमें नेचर फ्री में दे रही है, लोग उसे मूल्य खरीद रहे थे ऑक्सीजन, और नेचर इज प्रोवाइडिंग फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. तो इन चीजों की वैल्यू हमें पता होनी चाहिए. दैट्स व्हाई स्कूल ने भी वो प्रमोट किया ना, आपसे ट्रीज लगवाए. ठीक है ना, आपने पिछले वीक नोट किया होगा, ये एक्टिविटी हमारे स्कूल में हुई है. तो अगर स्कूल में हुई है तो ये फालतू के लिए नहीं सिखाई जाती. आपको प्लॉट मोर एंड मोर ट्रीज इन योर नेबरहुड आल्सो. आप अपने घर के पास भी ग्रो करो. आप पूरा जलंधर आपका, पूरा आपकी सिटी है, जहाँ पे आपका दिल करे आप करो. प्लांट मोर एंड मोर ट्रीज. अगर ट्रीज ग्रो करोगे तो आप ही को फायदा, सब लोगों को फायदा है. An international convention, CITES, has been established that lists several species of animals and birds in which trade is prohibited. अब इसकी फुल फॉर्म आपको नोट करनी है. The Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species. The Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species. One more question can be asked. Write the full form of CITES. CITES. Write the full form. Look here, students. The Convention of International Trade. The Convention of International Trade. Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species. The Convention of International Trade in endangered species. Learn it. The Convention of International Trade in endangered species. So this is about wildlife and natural resources. So if there is any problem regarding this topic, you can ask. If you are having any problem, students, now you will help me while doing the exercises. You will give the answers, okay? I will not help you. You will help me.